after recording a first-round submission win in his promotional debut in April. 18-year-old Raphael Ferreira is back in search of a second straight win. Standing in his way is UFC BJJ newcomer John Chandler. Let's go to Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is scheduled for 3 rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing to you first in the blue corner, weighing in at 144.5 pounds, out of Mesa, Arizona, John White Chocolate Chandler. And now introducing his opponent in the red corner with an official weight of 145 pounds, out of South Jordan, Utah, Raphael Ferreira. When the action begins, your referee in charge, Vitor Ribeiro.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's fight.
Let's go. Match number 3 here in the featherweight division. John Chandler making his debut, 23 years old, and Raphael Ferreira, the youngest contender here on the card at 18 years old, wearing the black and the red.
Yeah, Raphael Ferreira, he is a chaotic grappler. I mean, his pace is incredible. You know, his submission attacks come at a high clip, much like Ramirez, who we saw in the last match. But John Chandler, a little more fundamentally sound in the wrestling department, and you can just see by the way he's clubbing Ferreira, controlling the ties, controlling the posture.
I've watched both of these guys competing before, but I've also I coached on PGF for Rafa, and I was on the same team as John Chandler for another season, so familiar with both of them. They're both very exciting to watch. But
and he's got this anaconda choke too. Look at the way he's using his legs to pull the arm of John Chandler above his head. He's trying to get that bicep, that left bicep to the ear with his legs. And he's going all in on this anaconda choke, boys.
He looks like he has a really good bite, but John is just so tough. He'll probably pass out before he taps here, honestly, because he's just a kid that he's been doing everything too, wrestling, Jiu-Jitsu, MMA, you name it. He will be competing all the time on all things. It's clear to me that it is tight, and he just won't give up either. But Rafa just showing cool and calm.
Yeah.
Keeping that squeeze.
How about White Chocolate getting out of the grip?
Well, and you have to wonder how much energy did Raphael Ferreira expend trying to get that anaconda choke. He went all in on it. You know his arms got to be pumped out a little bit. So going forward, does that give Chandler the confidence to shoot more and kind of leave his neck out there and not be so worried about the chokes, given the fact that Ferreira kind of compromised his own arms going for the submission?
Rafa just has such a fun style. Like, he will go with the flow no matter where the match goes. Like, those are things that he will be doing all the time. He gets snapped down, he'll roll forward. To your point of the squeeze, I feel like Rafa has barely any muscle on his body. Not saying in a bad way. He's just so lean. And I always thought that, like, every time I watch him compete, but he just does not stop. He does not get tired. It's crazy. And I also feel it's because he doesn't have a whole lot of muscle to be, you know, the lactic acid to build up and get stuck and feel like tight, how like bigger guys will. I feel like he can just keep going and going and going. I really don't believe he will slow down.
I mean, he looks like a video game right now. He's just mashing buttons, just coming up with all these different kind of combinations. And he's just having fun out there.
Now they're in this kind of truck position here, and you can see that Ferreira's going for this, looking for this calf slicer, but attacking the foot lock at the same time, attacking the ankle.
I knew that this was going to be a tough match for John just because of the pace of Rafa, but I also knew, well, previously when they fought, it was the same thing. It's just like John who refused to give him anything, you know, refused to tap and just keep going. So honestly, on the long run, I think John can actually find his way on this match, but Rafa just won't stop attacking.
Anytime Chandler escapes, Ferreira is right back in on another submission attempt.
He just keep transitioning from leg lock to come up on the come up onto his passing and then jump to a neck again. And the second that doesn't work, he's already attacking a leg again, and he just does not stop attacking. And I feel like that's a big part of his style. He believes that he can move forever, and the guy will gas out. So that's the way that he trains. That's the way that he will compete. And he really invests on that, right? Just pace. John with a great bite
How about
here.
this pass, though?
Yeah, that was a really nice pass from John Chandler
Good
there.
head control, and there you go.
Oh,
Good
now
head and arm
he's taking a
submission
shot at this
attack.
arm triangle. This is nice. Have fun scoring this one.
Crazy match.
Yeah, I always say I'd rather call the fights than judge the fights.
They judge the fights for sure.
Under 30 seconds to go in this fast-paced first round.
I think this is the route for John, though. I think John wants to stay on top, and he wants to be the guy on top attacking and, you know, slowing down Rafa from moving so much. I mean, not that it changed much, but at least he's not the one carrying all the weight and trying to do all the guard retention. Rafa is so creative, though. He just finds different ways the whole time to attack.
Stop.
Very exciting match this far.
Once-in-a-lifetime event means one-of-a-kind fight kit. Shop the official UFC Freedom 250 fight kits by Venom. They're now available at UFCstore.com, and prepare to be amazed on June 14th. John Chandler immediately trying to get on top of Raphael Ferreira.
With the flexibility and dexterity in Rafa's hips is what's giving Chandler a lot of problems, because while he's trying to play the top a lot, it's just so easy for Rafa to just pummel his legs in, easy for him to invert, and easy for him to attack the legs. You can see right here, he's getting a deep shot on this leg right now.
Rafa is also super nerdy about, you know, just like one of those kids that is always studying, always improving, always learning. His coach, same way, Damon Morgan, someone I've competed with before too, and I feel like they're always just adjusting and creating new things. Like Rafa is basically his prodigy, and you know, they take a lot of time on studying and trying to improve everywhere. So you can see that he's so well-rounded. He can attack from any angle and over and over and over again, no breaks.
But how about the toughness of John Chandler? Did we learn something about him or not, though, getting out of that first round?
Man, like honestly, that's like typical John Chandler. Like for everybody that knows this kid, that's literally how all his matches usually look. Like no matter if he's the one, the aggressor, or if he's the one on the back end, he just won't give up. He'll just keep fighting. He'll break his leg before he taps. He'll go out before he taps. He's very fun to watch, and honestly, he's maturing a lot. And he's looking better and better every time I see him. So excited that he got here to UFC BJJ. I think this is a great matchup, especially for John. You know, having to like overcome Rafa, who he already have faced and know that he's a good competitor. You know, I feel like those things make you grow more than anything.
Chandler told us that his toughest match was when he was competing in Kazakhstan. It was the Grappling World Champions. He broke his rib in the first round and still was able to finish the match. That's what John Chandler is made of.
Tough kid. If you guys don't follow him yet, you guys should go drop him a follow and go watch his highlights of how he became an MMA fighter. That was something I was talking to Michael Kids earlier. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen, but it goes to show like how he was built, you know, over the years.
Halfway through the second round. Has momentum shifted a little bit here, Michael, in your eyes?
I just don't see it, because Rafa's been on the attack through the course of this match, through the course of the second round. I haven't seen Chandler get a good shot at any submission attacks. It's kind of just been Rafa just like in a free flow type of state. You know, you just see him. If you snap him down, he doesn't really resist. He just kind of falls on the ground and rolls, and he's just so comfortable in every position, and just has the freedom with his movement to just attack from all positions. So I definitely think that Rafa's in the driver's seat thus far through the course of this match.
For people who are watching and want to figure out how to get in that flow state, how do you get to the point where Ferreira is just so loose and comfortable and relaxed?
Well, from a preparation standpoint, just a lot of tough rounds. When you get in really good shape and you're just doing a lot of live grappling rounds, you just learn how to perform in positions that are a little more unorthodox, because you see that Rafa gets in these awkward kind of entanglements with his arms and his legs and his inversions that they're things you don't really drill. It just comes from lots of live rolling. So the fact that he's in really good shape, and I would assume that he does a lot of live training, that's what makes him being able to attack from all these precarious positions.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think a lot more guys would be spending time on the weight room and wrestling, and you can tell that Rafa is just a pure grappler.
Yeah.
And that's what he does, and he probably gets insane amount of rounds, and he just, that one kid that nobody wants to train with because he just won't stop attacking you and trying to gas you out. So it's, you know, type of guy that will get you for 1 round, and then you're done for the day. You gotta go home.
That's the guy at open mat that's sitting in the middle with his hand raised, kind of looking for someone to make eye contact with him.
Like that typical jiu-jitsu meme where they have like a giant guy and the skinny little, you know, darky looking guy in the corner, and you're like, this is the actual scary guy on the mat.
Yes.
Not this one.
That's when you're like, where's my water bottle? I didn't know a break in here.
Yeah, nobody looks at him.
Yeah.
Under 30 seconds to go here in this second round.
But you know, John Chandler's the type of guy that takes on those types of challenges. He's, you know, he was speaking of the story about him at the World Championships breaking his rib. You know, that develops the type of character where you embrace the tough training sessions, you embrace the hard matches, you embrace being stuck in a submission for a minute and a half and not even thinking about tapping. That's why he's still in this match.
Break.
The end of round number 2. Here we go, third and final round. I know, Michael, it is not easy, but how do you have this one scored so far?
I got it 2-0 for Rafa, and that was a beautiful foot sweep from John Chandler. I lost my train of thought for a second there. I'm a sucker for a good foot sweep, John. That was incredible. I saw you kind of perk up a little bit over there, Renato.
Same.
That was nice.
That was such a good timing, but somehow Rafa's already on top again. Rafa just won't stop. But that's the thing, Rafa goes with the flow too, which, like, he already got taken down earlier on this match too. You just can't even tell just because he just goes with it. He's like, okay, I'm gonna take me down, take me down. I'm gonna take her leg, I don't care, keep going. But the way, how smooth that looked was awesome.
Yeah, style points on that one for sure. Maybe that doesn't meet the three judging criterias, but for us, style points, street credit. It gets you street credit.
This match, just like the last one, is the type of match that even if it does not end up on a submission, on a tap out, you can't be mad at that because it's action the whole time. It's fun to watch. That's what I feel like people should be trying to do when they come here, right? And that's what the UFC BJJ is looking for, is guys that attack and they're trying to get a submission the whole time. They're trying to take down, sweep, take the back, mount. Like, it's fun for even, I mean, I don't know for sure for people watching if they're understanding what's going on, but you can tell there's a lot, right? And you're like, oh my God, these guys just don't stop attacking each other.
No, and for the first time in this match, Rafa is starting to slow down a little bit. We saw John Chandler just get to a nice side control, north-south position, kind of starting to slow Rafa down. But now they start to slow him down. Now's the time to start attacking. You really have to, understand that you are down 2 rounds. Got to start taking shots at submissions. Like right here, you can't afford to let Rafa get in on your legs and go back on the defensive. You have to stay on the offense right now. But like you said, Renato, these last 2 matches specifically, obviously we want to see finishes, John, but these last 2 matches have embodied what we want here at UFC BJJ. We want high-paced matches. We want nonstop attacking. If it goes to a decision, we want to see you guys guys and girls, do everything in your power to try to get a finish. That first match, you know, with Ramirez getting the win, that was incredible. This match between Chandler and Rafa, very much like that one. We want to see high-paced action here in the bowl.
Very entertaining, both of them looking great. Honestly, I mean, I can't be mad watching this right now. I'm very, very excited about this match, and I still think the submission might happen just because they're both getting better and better as the match goes. Look at that, John Chandler getting another pass, well-timed knee slice. He just slamming him out of the buggy choke.
Yeah, that was close.
Yeah, just aggression.
2 minutes left, high energy. Go home tired.
Look at that, John again towards the north-south. I feel like he figured it out.
Yeah, he figured out that this is the best position to slow down Rafa. If you can get to a north-south, that takes his legs out of the equation. If he is in like a side control, Rafa could turn to a hip and get a leg involved. But this north-south position, you take the legs out of the equation, and look at him now. Tracked him down with that.
If he switches into an anaconda, and now he'll be tight. Yeah, it looks tight to me.
He might have this. He's got a deep bite on this, guys.
Chandler squeezing. Knows he's down 2 rounds, needing a finish here in this third.
He's got to stay committed to it, but he wants to keep Rafa on a hip right here, and he's got to drop that right hip down.
And Rafa, just as tough as John is, does not want to tap.
Oh, and he lets go. Both guys showing so much resiliency. through the course of this match. Guys, it's going to boil down to the second round. The second round's the swing round. That's the swing round right now, because right now this is very much John Chandler's round with a very deep darts attack.
And the non-stop passing, I like that for John. I'm happy for John to be able to finish up the match. Like I said in the beginning, I was like, if John is able to, you know, slow half a down and be able to defend as well as he was, towards the end he can get half a tire, and that's basically what happened.
And now he's taking a shot at this arm triangle.
And John got a little bit more size than Raphael. You know, he looks a little bit stronger as well, which is helping him right now.
Look at that. Drops it on the triangle.
30 seconds to go. John Chandler trying to get a finish.
He's got to sell out right now. He's got to go all in on this triangle. Try to get a tap. Maybe start to try to attack the arm right now.
Yeah, Raphael just so is
That's
he would
deep.
have to be pulling on that head as well to take away a little bit more space. Not that it's not tied already, but yeah, there you go. Now I think he has a better shot at it.
5 seconds. 4, 3. Oh my God! John Chandler beats the buzzer. He shuts the wall.
Oh my gosh.
With just seconds left, John White Chocolate Chandler makes a statement.
That was incredible, John.
Beautiful.
I mean, you called it, Renato. You said a submission is very much possible, even in the closing moments in this match. Look at, he goes to the S-mount, gets the triangle, rolls underneath, and just stays committed to it with seconds left. And what led to him getting the choke is how he was able to scoop underneath the left arm and get that angle right here. Look how he scoops underneath the left arm of Rafa. Uses his other hand to pull down on the head. And with just seconds to go, you can see there's the tap. That was incredible, guys. I can't think of a more dramatic finish in my short time commentating here at UFC BJJ. This is what it's all about, guys.
Wow.
This is what UFC BJJ is all about. This match right here, this match embodied what we want to bring to the sport of jiu-jitsu.
He knew he needed a finish in order to get a win, and with seconds left, John Chandler getting it done. Let's go to Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Vitor Ribeiro calls a stop to the match in round number 3, declaring the winner by submission via triangle, John White Chocolate Chandler.